welcome to the new home, soon to be home, of our new Support Services and Transportation Hub. And it's so exciting, especially I love that the guys are working behind us. I just think that's incredibly cool today. So we're glad to have you here. I'm Jeanette Coward. It is my pleasure to be the superintendent for the Park Hill School District, and also this growing district in this special moment as we mark a very special time in the history of our district. Before we start the celebrations, I do want to recognize a few folks. I'd like to recognize City Councilman Dan Fowler for being here. Would you guys please give Councilman Fowler? And of course, I would like to recognize our Board of Education, and I'll ask them to stand. If you'll hold the applause to the end, though. Please stand. President Bart Klein, Vice President Susan Newberger will be here in just a minute. She's on her way. Kimberly Reed is our treasurer. Janice Boland, Todd Fain, Scott Monses, and Kyla Yamada. Would you please give them a hand? I'd also like to give a shout out to the people that are designing this incredible facility. All of those that were here that were part of the design team that helped us put this all together, would you please just kind of raise your hand and kind of wave so we know who you are? Would you give them a hand? Thank you so much. And I know that we have several representatives from Hollis and Miller, so I know that we have Kirk Horner with us today, and so Kirk Horner's right here. We also have Kevin Nelson with us, and then would you guys, the rest of our Hollis Miller team, Jim is in charge of the design of this building. Everybody else, Hollis Miller, give us a big wave, and thank you guys so much. And then the people that are going to put it all together for us are Universal Construction. And I know that Cynthia Smith is here, and Archie Smith will be heading this up for us and the team. So with all of Universal Construction, let's give them a hand, please, for doing this. And there are two people that are extremely important to this process that I could not recognize at this time, and that would be our Director of Operations, Mr. Jim, you almost became a doctor, Jim Rich, and Assistant Superintendent for Business and Business Services would be, what do you do? My Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Paul Kelly. Would you please give him a hand? And of course, some of those people that are working so hard for us today are working to make this facility a safe and welcoming place to be. And I've had to kind of joke as we go around the different presentations I've done on this site. As I talked about the new middle school, particularly the new middle school, I'd say if you bring people together from Congress, Lakeview, and Plaza, one thing they are asking for is for windows. When you're coming from a cave, they've asked for sunshine, windows, and all sorts of daylight. So we're excited to have that. Before I turn this over to the board president, I have one final set of introductions. And one of our core values is at Park Hill is, of course, our student focus. And with us today from the Northland Career Center, we have 4 of our students. And I'm going to ask them to stand so that I can introduce them. And they are learning the kind of skills necessary to enter important careers like the ones that are being represented in our buildings like this today. And so, if they please stand, I have Abdullah Salim from Park Hill South. He's studying heating, cooling, and climate control. I have Dane Harris from Park Hill South, studying industrial welding. I have Ollie German from Park Hill High School, who is studying culinary arts. And William Hillman from Park Hill High School is studying construction technology. Would you please welcome my students? They're going to help us a little bit do some digging also, and so we appreciate them being here. And I'd also like to thank Brian Noller from the Northland Career Center for being here today. I'd now like to turn it over to our board president, Bart Klein.
Good morning, and thank you, Dr. Coward. This is a great privilege for me and my colleagues on the board. It's a wonderful day. That backdrop is amazing. Stuff is getting done for the district. You know, as we worked through our long-range planning facility plan, it was clear that the need was not just for more classroom space, but we also needed adequate facilities to support those classrooms. That's why we're here. I know that the professionals that will be based here will also be so pleased to have enough workspace, loading space, and storage space to get the job done and support those classrooms. If you've ever visited our underground support service facility, which has no windows, right? Okay. Under Park University, you know that they are bursting at the seams. There's not enough space to get things done and to maintain all the aspects of the district. Our community clearly supported this need when they approved by more than 84% the no tax increase bond issue. We are very, very grateful to those voters, and we are grateful to the professionals that will work here. I can't wait to come back here a year from now, hopefully in November of 2019, for the ribbon cutting ceremony on this great facility. Now, I'm pleased to introduce Rhonda McCulloch, our Director of Nutrition Services.
Thank you, Bart, very much. We are excited to be here. As we look at this building, we're excited to see all the new possibilities that can open for our nutrition services here so that we can better serve our students here in Park Hill. One of the things, because of the storage and space we will have here, we are going to have more flexibility in our buying power, including new fresh fruits and vegetables that we'll be able to buy locally, as well as more purchasing volume, and that will save our taxpayers dollars. In addition, we are also going to have a new test kitchen. That is something that we've desperately needed. And with that, we will be able to develop delicious new recipes for our students, as well as train our staff in best practices of our industry. So, as a result of all of these, this will make it so much easier for us to achieve our vision, which is to feed the future of Park Hill. So thank you very much to the school board and to our community for making this a possibility for us. And now I have the opportunity to introduce Mr. Jim Rich. He told me not to mess up his name. Director of Operations for our district. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rhonda. I have the privilege and the fun job of kind of showing you what's going on here. If you haven't looked at the drawings over here, that's the layout of where we're standing. John with Universal has been kind enough to put some flags out for us. These tall posts with the flags on right here is the corner of the support services building, so the front door will be just to the right of that a little bit. That's where we'll house all of these folks that you see behind you, all of our technicians. And what this building will allow us to do is to increase our storage, to increase our dock space, our maintenance facilities for our mechanic, so we can maintain our vehicles and just make us more efficient in general. Then on the other side, down the hill a little bit there, you see that tall post with the flags on it, is the transportation facility. And what that facility will do for us is allow a more competitive bidding market when we do that. Be more efficient for having all the buses housed in one spot, and both facilities will have underground fuel facilities, so we will get better pricing on our fuel and save the district money in the long run. So, super excited about it. We're also glad to get out of the cave so we can have some sunlight. So, all of this is possible thanks to the support of the community and the board, recognizing that we need these facilities to maintain the facilities around the district and do it in a more efficient manner. So thank you very much. Now, Dr. Coward, I think we're going to turn some dirt.